old legend of the Shankara stones. The villager's sacred rock was taken.
Village stories, Dr. Jones.
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
I don't want to go! You know how to fly, don't you?
No. Do you?
You call him Dr. Jones. Hold on to your potatoes.
We got company!
Hello, lady, we going for a ride.
Is he nuts?
He's no nuts. He's crazy.
I thought archaeologists were always funny little men searching for their mummies.
Mummies.
If adventure has a name, it must be Indiana Jones. It may not be nearly as beloved as the rest of the trilogy, but this sophomore outing for Indy and the crew remains a wild, hardcore, and badass adventure in its own right. I can't imagine what people's reactions were to this when they walked out of the theater in 1984. What I wouldn't have given to have been a fly on the wall for that historic moment in cinema. Of all the movies in the franchise, this one tends to be the most divisive, and it's not very hard to see why. The sequel is incredibly different from Raiders, both in tone and in story. This is the only movie that doesn't have Nazis as the main villains. Instead, we have a freaking death cult in place of that. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas really took a sharp left turn with this one. The opening sequence still has that indie feel to it, but shortly after that, all bets are pretty much off. I understand why the film is so polarizing for people, but I also really admire and respect the huge swing that Spielberg and Lucas took with this. It is dark, unforgiving, and quite brutal at times. It makes sense why this was the movie that was responsible for the creation of the PG-13 rating. To this day, I still can't believe this is only rated PG. Child slavery, ritualistic sacrifice, and torture by voodoo. Fun for the whole family. Wait. There's some really disturbing imagery in this, and it's definitely not a movie you would take your kids to. Everything about this film is boundary pushing, and I really appreciate that aspect of it. This one also gifted us with Ke Huy Quan's brilliant short round and Kate Capshaw's mostly insufferable Willie Scott. I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention our truly terrifying villain in Mola Ram. It's a very different animal than its predecessor, but I think that's what makes it pretty great on its own. I don't think everything works, and the pacing is a bit off this time around, but it's still a pretty non-stop rip-roaring adventure, albeit a much darker and much more violent one. Short Round is an excellent new addition, but Willie is pretty terrible as our other main supporting character. I like the film quite a bit, but I can still acknowledge its many issues at the same time. I give Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for listening.